In an era where action flicks and superhero stories are Hollywood's bread and butter, it's not enough for the female stars of these films to be talented and beautiful. They also have to clock some serious hours working out. From soldiers and spies to intergalactic assassins and psychotic ballerinas, these women put in maximum effort before the cameras ever began rolling. Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot already had the face to play one of the DC's most notoriously gorgeous girl heroes when she was cast as Wonder Woman in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. But it took some challenging work in the gym to turn her runway model body into an Amazonian temple of power for Wonder Woman's standalone flick.
I had 5 months of doing horse riding and martial arts and a lot of body work.
Gadot, who was unable to do a single pull-up at the start of her training, spent 9 months bulking up for the role and gaining 17 pounds. She told Glamour, "It's all muscle. I feel so much better now. When you feel strong, it changes everything. Your posture, the way you walk. I look at photos from 5 years ago and think, whoa, I was too skinny." Scarlett Johansson. Between playing Black Widow in the Iron Man and Avengers franchises and a cyborg assassin in Ghost in the Shell, Scarlett Johansson has had to stay in peak physical condition since 2010. But for the latter, she had to know how to handle a wide variety of lethal objects, too. Johansson described her training regimen as a lot of repetition and then a lot of tactical training, which I'd never done before, with room clearing and all that stuff, to just be as efficient with the weapons as possible. Hardcore for sure, although it still sounds like a lot more fun than the strict weightlifting and diet routine she followed for Avengers, which involved, as she put it, work out like a dude, eat like a rabbit. Alison Brie. Until recently, Alison Brie was best known for playing Trudy on Mad Men, a role which required serious acting chops, but no stunt work. So when she landed a starring role in Netflix's Glow, that's Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, she had to train like a madwoman to get into fighting shape. Sometimes that meant intense workouts at the gym or carrying weights across the floor, and sometimes it meant carrying her 220-pound trainer, Jason Walsh, around the room on her back. Walsh claimed his goal was to turn Brie into someone who could dish it out and take a hit, saying, "Allison would be jumping off ropes and landing on people and flipping. I wanted to get her resilient so she didn't run the risk of injury." Jennifer Lawrence. In order to play Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games franchise, Lawrence had to whip herself into peak physical condition and acquire a slew of survival skills. Lawrence's 6-week training regimen included the usual time in the gym for sprints and cardio, and of course, she had to learn to hold a bow like a pro. But when the actress was asked about her workout routine, she ticked off some unusual items too: rock climbing, tree climbing, and combat, running, and vaulting. Hilary Swank. Few actresses have ever gotten into the kind of shape that Hilary Swank did for her Oscar-winning role as a champion boxer in $1 Million Baby. For the role, Swank overhauled her entire lifestyle and adopted a tightly regimented routine in which workouts, meals, and even sleep were all planned down to the minute. She said, "My training was 2.5 hours of boxing and approximately 1.5 hours to 2 hours lifting weights every day, 6 days a week. I gained 19 pounds of muscle." Swank also described drinking 10 egg whites per day and sleeping 9 hours per night, but with a midnight alarm so that she could get up and drink a protein shake in the wee hours of the morning. Demi Moore. For her role as a soldier in G.I. Jane, Demi Moore famously got in such peak condition that she was able to do one-armed push-ups. To nail the part, Moore trained with an actual Navy SEAL and did her own stunts, even for the movie's most intense scenes. She said, "I could have come in and asked to let the stunt woman do the obstacle course, but I felt I would have walked away having missed an opportunity experiencing firsthand what these people actually go through in training. It's the whole reason for doing this film in the first place." Uma Thurman. In order to play Beatrix the Bride Kiddo in Kill Bill, Uma Thurman had to be able to kill Bill in several dozen different ways, and at least 2 languages. Thurman described the litany of skills she had to train for, listing 3 styles of kung fu, 2 styles of sword fighting, knife throwing, knife fighting, hand-to-hand combat, Japanese speaking. It was literally absurd. Thurman said of her grueling regimen with martial arts master Wu Ping, "They trained me 5 days a week for 3 months from 9 in the morning until 5 o'clock at night, and we were not to be late and I never got to leave early." Linda Hamilton. While some folks were swooning over the then awe-inspiring special effects in Terminator 2: Judgment Day, others were far more impressed by the muscle-bound guns of its leading lady. Linda Hamilton trained like a maniac for her return to the role of Sarah Connor, putting in 13 weeks of work before shooting even began, a regimen that saw her doing loads of cardio, weight training, weapons training, and judo, as well as eating a very 90s healthy diet. No fat. Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie doesn't just accept physically demanding roles, she seeks them out and then searches for ways to make them even more hardcore. In a special feature on Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life, writer James V. Hart revealed that Jolie came on board looking to gain new skills.
Angelina had a list of things that she wanted to do in the film. She wanted to ride a horse. She wanted to have an underwater sequence.
7 years later, she'd do it all over again for the title role in Salt. Stunt instructor Simon Crane explained, "For her fight training, we got her learning a combination of Muay Thai and Krav Maga very early on. The training at the early stages took up about 3 to 4 sessions a week, lasting approximately 2 hours each. When we started filming, we trained during lunch breaks or on the weekends." Zoe Saldana. Even though her actual face and body never appeared on screen, Zoe Saldana endured a killer training regimen for her performance as Neytiri in Avatar. Not only did the actress need to learn archery, martial arts, and how to ride a horse bareback, she also had to learn in Na'vi, the fictional language featured in the movie. And the 6 months she spent mastering those skills were just the beginning, as she then had to learn how to do it all while wearing a motion capture suit and head camera. Altogether, Saldana spent a whopping 18 months preparing for the role. Natalie Portman. Portman herself probably sums up her training regimen for Black Swan best when she says, "There were some nights that I thought I literally was going to die." To prepare for her role as the star of Darren Aronofsky's thriller about a mentally unbalanced ballerina, Portman spent a full year developing the basic ballet skills required to execute the film's choreography, dancing for 5 hours a day, every day. But once production kicked into gear, those 5 hours of daily dancing turned into 16, which, in combination with an ultra-restrictive dancer's diet, saw Portman shed 20 pounds from her already thin frame. The dedication is real. Despite Hollywood's reputation for smoke and mirrors, there's nothing fake about the effort these actresses put in to prepare for these physically demanding roles. So the next time you're watching a superhero movie or an on-screen dance-off, be sure to take a moment to appreciate all the hard work that went into it before the cameras ever started rolling. Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this other cool stuff we know you'll love too.